Welcome back, guys. Right now, Nicholas is going to take us through a WG 101 on Garry's mod.
Garry's Mod is a physics-based sandbox game where you take anything and everything provided and manipulate it in a way where even your wildest dreams can come true. There have been countless nights where I've stayed up until the early hours of the morning messing around with various game modes. Garry's Mod was originally a mod for Half-Life 2 made by a guy named Garry Newman, hence the name Garry's Mod. It was originally released on December 24th, 2004 as a mod, November 29th, 2006 as a standalone purchasable game on Steam, on October 24th, 2012 as a fully completed game. Garry's Mod is the 5th most played game on Steam to date, with over 5 million owned copies, with 51,000 peak players per day, and over 25 million hours per month. That is almost 4,000 years played collectively each month. Toybox was added in 2010, which allows players to make their own creations and upload them to Garry's Mod to be downloaded and used by other players. Before that, you had to make everything yourself out of source engine items and characters, like your favourites including the Sniper from TF2 and Gordon Freeman from Half-Life. Despite being listed as a fully completed game, Garry's Mod has no real objective, way to lose, or purpose. Many people call it a game, but personally I think it doesn't quite belong in that category. To me, Garry's Mod becomes a game when you modify it to be able to be won, have an objective, and a way to die. Despite being a mod in itself, many people have modded Garry's Mod. Some of the more notable game modes include Trouble in Terrorist Town, Prop Hunt, Death Run, Hidden, and Murder. My favourite, hands down, has to be Trouble in Terrorist Town. It was made as a mod for Garry's Mod released in 2010. Trouble in Terrorist Town, also known as TTT, is a game mode where you're a terrorist. There are innocent terrorists, traitor terrorists, and detectives. The aim of the game varies for which team you're on. When you're a traitor, your goal is to kill all the innocent terrorists and detectives in a subtle and discreet way. You have many tools at your disposal, ranging from guns and knives, all the way to jihad bombs and disguise kits. When you are an innocent or a detective, your goal is to eliminate all the traitors. Detectives receive healing tools and DNA scanners to help identify the traitors. The innocents outnumber the traitors about 4 to 1. Sounds easy, right? Why can't the innocents just shoot the traitors on sight? Well, for one, you cannot tell who is an innocent and who is a traitor. You can only tell who the detective is, as they are distinguished by a deer hunting hat. And 2, you cannot kill someone just because you suspect they are a traitor. You have to have proof. If you kill someone without justifying why, it is called a random deathmatch, or RDM for short, and most servers can ban you for it. The reason I think this is the best game mode of Garry's Mod is because of the uncertainty and larch you can have when playing with friends. They thinking you are innocent, but then you shoot them in the back as soon as they turn around. Another notable game mode is Prop Hunt. Prop Hunt is Garry's Mod's community favourite game by far. Prop Hunt is a game mode where you're playing a game of hide and seek, but on steroids. You can either choose to play as the props or as the hunters. If you choose to play as the props, your goal is to hide and not be caught by the hunters. You can do this by going up to any physics-based object in the world and selecting it. You can then play as the selected prop and try to hide either in a hiding spot or directly in plain sight. The hunters lose health every time they fire their weapon and die if they just shoot everything they suspect is a prop. The way the win varies for each team. If the props survive for 5 minutes, the props win the match. Whereas if the hunters shoot and kill the props, the hunters win. This is the community favourite due to the absolute chaos that can be caused, and also the amount of laughs that I had when one of the hunters walks past the prop, or when one of the props escape the chasing hunters. In the past, you need to have a source engine game like Counter-Strike Source, Team Fortress 2, Portal, or Half-Life to be able to play Garry's Mod. But of May 2014, it no longer requires any prerequisites to play. Garry's Mod used to use textures from these source engine games. You could still play, but the textures would be pink and black checkers. The game now has these textures built in. There are a bunch of glitches, bugs, and coding errors within Garry's Mod, as the game was made by a single man in his free time. There is even an achievement for experiencing more than 500 programming errors or bugs. Due to the massive amount of glitches and bugs, almost everyone has this achievement. Since you can do almost everything and anything in Garry's Mod, its single player is constantly used for machinima. Machinima is a shortening of the words machine and cinema, where videos are created and recorded within a game and then edited to give a feel of a movie or a TV show. Last year was Garry's Mod's 10th year since its original release. Garry's Mod is one of those games that frequently goes on sale on Steam. It also appears on the Humble Bundle quite often, so it's great to pick up at any time. Although Garry's Mod is glitchy and filled with bugs, it's still a fantastic game to sit down and play with a few friends and laugh the night away. I highly recommend getting your hands on this game.
So that's Garry's Mod. Vince, you said you played it for a couple of minutes.
Prop hunt, as in the video, I've also been looking for the props, and then I thought I found one, and this little box is just running around. You're trying to shoot it, and you just couldn't get it. It was one of the funniest things I've witnessed in that game.
Yeah, I've played a bunch of prop hunt as well, especially like the maps where you can hide as a tree.
Yeah.
Like if you pull that off, you feel like the best person ever. Anyway, that's it for this episode. Let's check out what's happening next week. Next week on Worldwide Gaming.